Carol. How are you?
Fine.
How's your day been so far?
Fine. It was... Well, I wake up a little early today because I have a mock interview.
How was?
How was it? It was good. It was, well, I went to an event of interview workshop last week. I asked for a one-to-one in mock interview, so we'll be able to practice on it and any questions. And I will be trying to apply for a job or an internship.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want to talk about today?
Today, well, mainly I need to talk about medium and long-term plans or goals.
Okay.
It's like different scenarios. What happens if something changes? What will be more accurate? Well, I always organize my activities or plans. Like having different scenarios just in case something happens.
Okay.
I'm now trying to finish the MPhil, take a course in Harvard, and then start to apply for the MPhil.
Okay, so I imagine this is the short and medium term, like the things that are more immediate. And how is this creating a problem to you? Like what is making you feel, how it makes you feel like having this short and long term goals to achieve or trajectories to do?
Well, it's difficult because now many of us have an idea of what is coming, so we just try to plan what we have based on the information that we have of the big decisions that we are going to make, but I think anyone has really clear what he or she is going to do the next months. Well, the next months after we finish the MPhil or the master, the dual degree that we have choice. We don't have any clear idea of what we want to do or what we'll be able to do.
How do you think? What do you think you can do to make you choose a better, not the better, but like the best alternatives that you have, like going into like all of these decisions that you need to do and take? How do you feel could be a way that you can feel satisfied with your decisions that you make from now until the end of the dual degree and also the job search?
Well, apparently I just have to wait until the deadlines come or try to evaluate how everything is going or what have changed, so I have to change my final decisions too. But what I'm worried about is like this have advantage of all this time that I will have before taking the big decisions.
Okay.
Mainly before March 2020.
Okay, so well, it's good to have a clearer date, not only like a medium or long or short term. So it's nice to have a deadline so you can know when you need to make these decisions. And are you doing what are you doing now to understand what are the different things you can do? Like you said about the course in Harvard, the OPT, the dual degree. Those are, in my understanding, a little bit one farther from the other. Like, what's your main consideration right now? What's the top, the one that comes like as a priority, the number one in the list?
Well, now mainly applying for. I don't have the chance to have a job, so mainly I have a remote internship. So trying to negotiate with them if I can have some salary or if they can offer to me a permanent position. But I think it's not my. I don't know. I have. This is a parallel choice. It's not the main one. What I'm worried about is all this plenty of time that I'm going to have until March 2020 that I don't know what else to do. I know that the studying is a lot. I don't know how hard our next course is going to be, but anyways, I think there's always time to do something else.
Have you considered like since we cannot work or like we are already going to be studying, have you considered also talking with companies or doing something that will help you with your job in the future, or would you prefer more to do more things that are going to help you as a person, like going and do more activities, or like be more, like taking advantage of this period that we have free in a way? Like what's it's gonna be like you, how would you use your free time, like in the, especially during your degree, since as I understood we're gonna only have classes during a short period of time. It's not going to be like as intensive as we had in Module A or Module B.
Yes, that's also an issue. Well, I try to enroll as many events as I can, so I can be involved in some consulting events or incubators, but also we don't know the schedule of the Master of Finance. So we don't know if it's going to be in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. How long it's going to take, how long are our classes. So this uncertainty is like, okay, how can I plan something if I don't know? Let's suppose that I contact an incubator and I talk with him or her and told them, okay, I'm going to help you these hours or this weekend. If I don't have the information yet.
So if I understand, like you want to in a way know what you are going to do, but it's a little bit harder without knowing the schedule and everything. Would you think it would be a good idea to wait until the schedule comes, so you have a better idea on what to do, or like to have a better way to organize your schedule outside the school?
But I don't like wait. Like I wait all in Module A, I wait on Module B, kind of Module C I wait too. It's like now Module D, I think that okay, some of the courses for me were good, others were too general, I didn't learn anything about them. So this module I'm learning coaching, I'm learning consulting, but I don't know if you can understand what I'm trying to say. It's like wait, I always like to plan or to have consider different scenarios. Perhaps it's because of my background, or perhaps it's because of my personality, because I want to have control or different things that could happen. But waiting until the last moment to decide if I can contact them, perhaps I will lose a really good opportunity now. It's different if I try to contact them now and then I try to contact them in a rush because, okay, now I have my schedule, but I can only this weekend. It's like...
Yeah, I understand, because I'm almost the same, like always want to be in control, but unfortunately, as we learn in module, at the beginning of module A, as the professor said, there are some things that are in our control and there are some things that are not. And I think we can say that the schedule of the degree is not in your control until it's not in our control to know when they're gonna come out. Do you think you can do anything that will help you, even without knowing the schedule, that you can arrange something, or like having a window of time, like that you can change when the schedule of the dual degree comes? Like for example, if you have something on that week, but you don't need to be all week, but you can decide on the days whenever the dual degree schedule comes, so you can have a better idea.
Well, no, I will try to contact these retired businessman that helped the little entrepreneurs, and I will wait to get the schedule. I also tried to contact the who's in charge of my master, but she told me that they can't share it with us yet, so we'll just have to wait.
Well, as I said, it's not in our control. So, do you think this is gonna bother you a lot, not knowing, or you can try to? Don't want to say put your heart in peace and wait until, but you think you can. What's the worst thing that can happen in your mind once would you rather try to schedule something now and risk on that is gonna match with your schedule of the dual degree and not being able to change it, or do you think you could wait until the schedule comes?
I don't know why the university, the Holt is not sharing with us the schedule. I didn't get a really logic answer.
As I believe so, they are still making it, they are still deciding on what day, what hour the classes are going to be. So I don't really know, but that's how, as I understood. But to sum up, over time with this one.
Okay.
But as I said, do you think you can manage this? I will not say anxiety, but uncertain of what to do. Do you think you can try to think you don't have any days, the dual degree doesn't exist, so you can try to, without of course exaggerating, having scheduling something or trying to find something, especially if it's going to help with your job opportunities, because then maybe it's not a shame, if it's something that really it's going to give you an opportunity, you can miss one or 2 days of classes that will not affect you as much.
I'm not sure, because if they are 2 or 3 days courses, perhaps it's important. But well, let's see. I just have to wait and try to contact these people to take advantage of this free time.
Okay. Any observations?
Okay, well, at the beginning you give some open questions. Then you clarify that it was not a medium goal, it was more a short-term goal. But I think you just give me the answer, so perhaps you can ask more questions, trying to make me infer that this is not a long or medium-term goal, it's a short one. Then you ask about the deadline, that it's important to measure the objectives and the results. And then you ask for some additional activities, which is my top list, what I haven't think prioritized or not. Then you summarize that was important to know which way are we going. Then, well, the big issue is that we don't have any schedule for the master, and I think I haven't found a solution for that yet, so that's why I want to talk about that. But, well, as you mentioned, there is some things that I cannot control, but I don't know, I'm not sure if this is right. It's just trying to share with your coachee. Okay, there is no choice. No, it's perhaps...
No. I was trying because I cannot. My idea was that it's something that it's there. Like we cannot. It doesn't depend on you. It's not something that you actually can do. Like I was trying to focus the attention on something that
I can change.
You can change on like without considering that, because it's something like it's not like we can talk about okay, well, how can we convince Halt on giving us?
That's why I want to talk about that, because this is the issue. I can plan anything if I don't have the schedule. So it's a virtual. It's a vicious circle. Well, but at the end you talk about the worst scenario. Well, I think it should be better if we close with some like objectives, goals, ways to achieve our initial goal. But it was good, generally. There was not just no questions, but there was more related to. When in this case.
Yeah, I think the difficulty that I found was the fact of the schedule.
Scary,
there was like we didn't have any choice, so I tried to.
It was